Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Battlestar Galactica on the Tabletop Simulator, and I'm already slurring my speech. We're at 5 distance. We have done the sleeper phase. Athena can potentially go for a complete victory as a Cylon leader, but it's going to be super hard. If she can get a justified response, she will immediately go for Cylon victory. But for right now, she needs to get the resources down. Which is going to be a little bit tough. Carl did use his once per game to kind of limit some damage. So they only lost 1 food and all that nonsense. Our president is, of course, a Cylon again. So we got that going for us. Spoilers for the last playthrough, I guess. And yeah, it's not going to be pretty. So it's Carl's turn. He's going to go ahead and get his 2 leadership on. It's got Exo's tactics. Okay, and then piloting. Alright, so at this point, he doesn't really need to hang around here at the moment, so he's going to go ahead and jump on over to let's see, what's the easiest thing we can do here? Yeah, that's not going to help. So the problem is we lost the hangar. Yeah, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll move over here, we'll discard a card to switch ships, and activate command, and we will send out some Vipers. I believe assault Raptors have to be piloted. So we'll send out 2 like this. Actually, he'll send out 1 and have that one return a ship. Like that. Okay. Then it goes to... Yep, that's it for that. So he's going to go ahead and draw Crisis. Admiral chooses -1 food, -1 morale, or -1 population, -1 fuel. He's probably going to go fuel and population. I mean, as much as he doesn't want to kill people, it's his best. It's the resources that are kind of most abundant for the most part. I mean, fuel's at 6, but we only need a little bit to actually get to our destination. So -1 fuel, -1 population, which I mean that still helps out with Athena's work here. All right, then base star activations. We have to go with the highest number. So this base star goes here, and this raider goes here. And the pursuit track goes up. And the reason why that's happening is because there's only so many base stars in the box. There's 2, and if all of them are on the Cylon fleet board, you have to instead unload an entire section. All right. One thing I could have also tried to mess around with was the engine room, where I can force jump preps, but that's not happening. At least not yet. Alright, goes to Cat. Cat will get some cards. She will need to move against all good reason. Alright. Alright, so 1 of those, 2 of those, and 2 piloting. Okay, that's actually helpful. Okay. So she's going to go ahead and move to a different area. For right now... Yeah, she has to move or she'll go to sick bay, so... Oops, don't want to do that. So there's a few ways we can do this. I think she's going to go ahead and move and join Hilo in command. And then she's actually going to go ahead and play Combat Veteran. Alright. And what she'll do here is choose one unmanned Viper in reserves or space area and activate it 3 times. So she'll activate 1, then 2, and then 3. I'll at least get some defenses up. Alright, and then Crisis. Alright, current player chooses Cylon Genocide. Roll a die. If 4 or lower, the current player is sent to the brig. Or you can actually potentially destroy all the Cylon ships currently on the game board. But it takes everything. It's 21. And takes everything but piloting. And chances are they don't have enough for it. Yeah, even if, like, they don't know what they have in each other's hands, but they definitely don't feel confident trying to do this. So current player is going to pick the or option and roll a die. But let's see. She will play strategic planning to increase the die result by 2. So we'll roll it and see what happens. 4 or lower, plus 2. Actually, Athena will go ahead and play calculations. So plus 2 from strategic planning, plus 1 from calculations. That brings it up to 5. So it's 8. So it doesn't send her to the brig, and hopefully that'll put Athena in a more positive light. So the good news is she didn't get thrown in the brig. But they did have to throw some expensive cards, but not as much as they would have to if they were trying to pass it. Also, if you had failed it, it would have been -1 morale, and then, you know, base star fire, base star deploy, and then heavy raider. Anyway, it goes to raider activation. There's one raider right there. It's going to go ahead and shoot once. It's going to destroy. She's going to go ahead and play evasive maneuvers to force a reroll. It's destroyed again. Freaking Athena will throw in a card. 8. That's 3 8s in a row. Let's see how far this can go now. 2. Okay. 3 8s in a row, and then a 2. Alright, it missed. That resolves that, and now goes to jump prep. Okay. Next, it goes to Leodama. Alright, so let's get his cards. Tactics. Some of these. And some politics. Or not, piloting, sorry. Alright. Three raiders or heavy raider in the same area. That's not... I mean, he could do it, but it's not going to be that helpful. Not that he's trying to be helpful at this point. Choose a character in the brig. Alright, so what he's going to do is he's just going to activate the quorum chamber. He draws 1 card. Alright, and then you can choose to either draw another or activate. He will draw another. Okay. And that's it for him. Prison labor. Passes no effect. Fail is -1 morale, -1 food. So 2 cards from this. Athena really wants that morale to drop. She can't help with it anyway. Carl can help not very much at all. But he'll try. Cat will help a little bit. As well as put out a bait just to get rid of it. And Leodama is going to go ahead and throw out a bait. And then spike it. Alright. Come on. Stop lagging. Thank you. Alright, well, it's -5, so the Destiny deck already screwed us over. -3. -6. Or sorry, -7. -6. Alright, -3 so far. We get to add 2 more from the Destiny deck. -2. So -2. Alright, civilian ships. 3 are added to the back of the ship, behind the Galactica. Current player must choose a human player to draw 1 mutiny card. She will pick, or sorry, Lee will pick Hilo. Get mutiny card. Alright. Oddly enough, it's actually something that'll protect him. And then, yeah, that's all the activations. Yep, those are all done. Alright, so it's a fail, -1 morale, and -1 food. Alright, she's 1 step away from meeting both her human and Cylon requirement cards, and then she literally just needs to get 1 more. Obviously, she's going for this. She would like to get the Cylon-based one because that one is. It'll be easy. It's a lot easier to get the Cylons to win than the humans usually, especially after all the bad things she did to get her objectives completed. Anyway, Raiders will activate. It will shoot that Viper. Misses, and that's it. All right, goes to Athena. Athena will go ahead and draw some more repairs and a piloting. All right. All right. Well, she does need to do some repairs, like badly. So she's actually going to go ahead and go. She'll go to weapons control, even though she can't activate it. And then she's going to do combat veteran and deal with that raider. So activate that Viper 3 times. Alright, that is destroyed. It has 2 more activations. She's going to escort that ship off. And then the final thing she'll do, she'll go ahead and shoot that base star. Only hits on an 8, so it doesn't hit. Unless someone wanted to help. Nope, no one wanted to help. Okay. So that's resolved. Draw a crisis. Current player chooses. Each player discards 2 cards, or that would actually be pretty interesting. She's going to go for the skill check. If anything, just to make sure she can actually look at someone's loyalty card. Alright, it goes Carl first. So go ahead, he'll go ahead and put in some. Well, actually, yeah, morale's at 6. But we're also not like sporting a lot of cards either. Carl's gonna go ahead and pass. Cat will pass. Leodama will yeah, he's just gonna pass. He doesn't, well, he'll go for gold. He's gonna put 2 in. Athena will put 1 in. Actually, she'll put another. She puts 2 in. She can put up to 2 because she's infiltrating. All right. All right. There's the 0 cost +4 +1 -1 +1 0. So it's exactly 0. So it's a fail. That's going to be -1 morale. Much to Athena's delight. So she's actually got the morale requirement done for both the cards for now. Now she has to kind of maintain it, but she's at least in a better situation than she was in before. The problem is she still needs to get one more objective card, and depending on which one she gets, it will decide which side she's going to play for. Alright, so she can look at someone's loyalty card. Everyone has 2 loyalty cards, so it's gonna be a face-off for the most part. She's probably more concerned about the quorum card guy at this point. Obviously, the person if the Cylon had a nuke in his possession, that would be dangerous, especially with all the civvy ships there. But there's also the whole fact that the president right now has 7 7 freaking quorum cards and seems to not be doing as much. So, you know what? She's going to go ahead and look at a random one of his. It's 50-50 chance. Alright. It's all no Cylon, but that doesn't really tell them anything. And then Raiders will activate. These 2 will move down this way after they got spawned by the contact. Alright, goes to Carl. Carl will draw his cards like a true hero. And then 2 tactics. And a piloting. Okay. So yeah, at this point, he's going to go ahead and exo. Either he can exo Athena, which is risky, or exo Cat. And they don't know what they have in each other's hands. And the reliable option would be Cat. So exo and Cat. I mean, Cat will go next, though. And it's possible she might have nothing to do. She always has... Yeah, she'll have to move. In which case, the really only thing she can move to is maybe communications. At best. Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and do Cat. She'll activate Command. And activate this unmanned raider and shoot twice. Miss. And hit. So 1 raider's destroyed. She'll activate it again. Shoot a raider. Destroyed. And then the last one, she will go ahead and deploy a Viper to this location. Alright, and that resolves the EXO. Draw a crisis. Current player chooses. You can potentially repair a destroyed Raptor, or go for the die result. He's going to go for the die result because he's freaking Carl Hilo and he can re-roll it. So he'll just go ahead and roll it. And population's been going good anyway. On a 4 or lower, -1 population, he'll re-roll. And that's not much better. He probably should have done strategic planning, but he didn't. So -1 population. And Athena will take a treachery card, and he only has to discard 1. He will discard Launch Scout. Alright, Raiders will activate. There are none on the field, but there is a base draw, so 2 will be released here. Jump prep will increase. And that resolves that. Goes to Cat. So 1 leadership, 2 tactics, and 2 piloting. Alright, she's going to go ahead and move herself to up here. Yeah, she'll go to research lab. And she's going to go ahead and, she has to move or else she'll go to sick bay. And then she's going to go ahead and do combat veteran and start shooting down some raiders. Miss. Hit. And hit. So the 2 raiders are dead. Again. Okay. So that resolves that. Crisis. Admiral chooses an ambitious operation. -1 fuel. The Admiral chooses another player to gain 1 miracle token. There are no other players that need a miracle token at this point, so it's not that helpful. So roll a die on a 4 or less, -1 fuel. Alright, this time around he will do strategic planning and roll. Alright, so that's a 6, so it's does not lose any fuel. Raiders activate, they'll just deploy from the space star again, and then 1 jump prep. Alright, well we're getting progress, but not enough. Alright, goes to Liadama. Time for him to do his thing. Alright, we need to shuffle this. He's going to draw 1 of those and 1 of these, and then 1 tactics, and then 2 piloting. Like so. Alright. And then what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and draw from the quorum chamber. Look at the bottom card of any deck. Okay, he doesn't care about that. What he will do, though, is he's going to go ahead and release Cylon mugshots. He's going to pick a random loyalty card belonging to a player. He's going to pick the Admiral. It doesn't matter because they're both not a Cylon, you know, and he already knows he is the Cylon. And then he's going to roll a die. On a 3 or less, it's a... Okay, so no lost morale. And discard that. Okay, and then... Crisis. Crash landing, no effect. The Admiral may spend 1 fuel. If he does not, -1 morale, and the current player is sent to sickbay. Okay, so for 1, we need to create the Destiny deck. And there are other people. I mean, this is doable, but the only thing it will do is just potentially send. Well, it's the -1 morale that issue. The fuel might be too much. Yeah, so they're gonna try to pass it. All right, goes to Athena. Athena will go ahead and, well, funny enough, she can't actually get through here. What she'll actually do is she's gonna go ahead and jerry-rig this check. And Reckless doesn't trigger anything. So now the difficulty is 2. And she's going to be like, alright, I can't put anything else in here. And then Hilo will go ahead and put in 1 card. And Cat will go ahead and put in some cards herself. This is overkill, but she's expecting someone to spike it. Alright. There's also the Destiny deck, of course. And then Liadama, he is, of course, going to spike it. Put all these in here and see what happens. So he doesn't actually have anything to spike it with. Alright, Top card. All hands on deck, so now 0 cost are now 1s, so that's -1. -7. That is Destiny deck right there. Oh, didn't mean to click that. Alright. Anyway, so -7, -3, -2, -3. Wow, that's a -11 from the Destiny deck. So let's do this again. 7, -7, -3, -2, -3, -8, -7, -4. That is brutal. But it does trigger Trust Instinct, so we're going to go ahead and knock that out. Okay, -1, then -2. So we'll put 2 Raiders in the front. Protect the Fleet does trigger. You can activate 1 unmanned Viper. He'll go ahead and shoot a Raider. Actually, what he'll do is he'll escort this Civi ship off and deal with it. Okay. Yeah, so that's a fail. Admiral can choose to spend a fuel. If not, it's -1 morale, and current player goes to sickbay. He will do the -1 fuel. Funny enough, that was not even the Cylon's fault. That was just Destiny deck did investigate. These 11 points right here were from Destiny deck. It was not good. All right. So much for the jerry rigged. It didn't help. Heavy Raider will activate. There is a base star, so it goes right there. And that's it. All right. Goes to Athena. Athena will draw piloting and some tactics. All right. And what she's going to go ahead and do yeah, test the limit's not going to do anything. Oh, actually, what she can do, she can force a jump. So that's what she's going to do. She'll force a jump. So everything's going to go off the board. As you can see, the Cylon fleet board is looking extremely crowded now. Alright, roll a d8. Alright, lose 1 pop. So it's down to 7 now. And the jump happens. 2 destinations. And fuel is super low right now. And both these are bad. Alright. So lose 1 fuel and damage Galactica once. So he's going to pick this one. This will put it at 7. Yeah, so they still need at least 2 more jumps to get through. -1 fuel, so you're down to 3 now. They're going to damage the Pegasus. And we're going to lose the engine room, which is fine because we haven't been using it. Alright. And that's it. That is that. Okay. Then Crisis. President chooses -1 morale and roll a die. If 3 or less, draw a Civi ship or destroy it. And then there's -2 food. Alright, well, President chooses. He's going to go for food. Alright. Oh, also, I completely missed Force Their Hand. He was supposed to put a skill card in, but he wasn't going to do it, so he's going to get a mutiny card. I completely forgot about that. Draw. Yeah, so the effect of force their hand is if the current player is a human player, which he technically is, he has to play a face-up skill card, and if he doesn't, it's he must draw a immunity card. All right. Anyway, so back to this. The president. Okay, he already picked. So Raiders activate. So we have to put down 2 civvy ships again. So they'll just do this. Roll this. Add a civvy ship to number 6, which is up here. In the top left there. Okay. And then we do get a jump prep. And then next turn goes to Carl. Now let's see. Draw a mutiny card. If the president has any mutiny cards, choose a player to gain the president title. If they accept prophecy, blah, 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 blah. Alright. So let's draw his card. So he needs some leaderships. Tactics. And a piloting. Alright, and this has been resolved. Okay. So yeah, at this point he's going to go ahead and do executive orders on Cat. Cat is actually going to go ahead and discard a card and go to administration. This is like a weirdly worded thing. Draw 1. He keeps one of his mutant cards and discards the rest. Oh, okay, I see. So it's just a way of filtering. Anyway, she's gonna go ahead and activate administration. Draw 1 mutiny card. Okay, and then the president has a mutiny card. So he has to choose a player to give the president title to. It either has to be Cat or it has to be Hilo. So he's going to go ahead and pass it to Cat. It's pretty safe to assume that Leah Dama is not to be trusted. Okay. Alright, and then that resolves this, and we draw a crisis. President chooses -1 food, or president discards 2 cards, and current player discards 3. She picks the second option, which is probably best. So it's a good thing she got presidency. So, Athena will go ahead and take a treachery, and Cat will only have to discard 1. And then current player has to discard 3. So he's going to go ahead and discard one of those, one of them's, and one of those. Actually, we'll get rid of evasive maneuver, as much as I rely on them. Okay, base stars fire, pursuit track, auto attacks, everything jumps over. So needless to say, there's a lot of things on the field right now. All right, next goes to Cat. Cat, get your 1 tactics. Launch scout. 2 piloting. Okay, so what she's going to go ahead and do is she needs to move, or she goes to sick bay. So she's going to go ahead and get herself to, she'll do research lab for now. I mean, actually, if she's going to be going to another ship anyway, she'll go to main batteries. Alright, and then she's going to go ahead and discard a card because she has to. So she'll discard Launch Scout because she moved to a different ship. She's going to go ahead and exo Kilo and hope he doesn't blow us all up. So Kilo's got 2 actions. So for his 2 actions, he's going to go ahead and first action is he's going to attempt to nuke this location up here. And unfortunately, there's no one has any way of helping him. It's just going to be a raw D8. 5. That should destroy the base star. So base star destroyed. And then the nuke. That is the last of the nukes. All right, he has 1 more action left. All right. Yeah, you cannot play this if there's no, if the Admiral has no nukes. So, alright, so, and then he's going to go ahead and activate command and send out 2 Vipers. 1 here, 1 there. Actually, he'll just send out 1 and return that 1 to the box. Okay. Alright, and then that resolves the EXO. Oh, I completely forgot to look at some of these cards. For right now, it's what it is. Alright, you might be able to play around with some of these later. Alright, with that said and done, goes to Crisis. Elections loom. Passes, so -1 morale if it's a fail, and a super fail would be President discards 4 cards. Alright, well, it's yellow and green, which is not colors this group is good with. Goes to Liadama. At this point, he's not going to even hide it. He goes next anyway, so he's just going to dump a bunch of cards in. Okay. Athena can't really help. Well, she can help a little bit. But it's going to be tough. Alright. Kilo will do what he can. And then Cat will do what she can. Oh, also, when the base star got destroyed, you know what? She'll play Major Victory. She would have done so. So on a 5 or higher, gain 1 morale back. So sorry. Play after you destroy a base star or Centurion on the boarding pack, which we did with the nuke. So if 5 or higher, gain 1 morale. You can only do 1 per turn. It's a fail, and no one has any way to buff it. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, she can. She can freaking discard a card. Duh. So you know what? She's gonna do that. I should have done that first, I know, but yeah, she would have just discarded the card and auto succeeded, so gain a morale back. Which is probably not going to make Athena happy, but that's fine. Anyway, back to what we're doing. She's going to put in these 2 cards. Alright, and let's see what happens. Quick thinking. +5. +8. Another quick thinking. Alright. +6. +5. +9. +6. +9. +5, +4. Alright, now with the 2 quick thinkings, she'll take back the run interference and the full throttle. Is that the wrong one? No, that's the right one. The other one was +4. Alright, so that brings the total to -6 here, which negates these two, and that brings it up to a total of +9, which is a pass, so no effect. So that worked out. Anyway, she's not too worried about the morale because it's going to go back down one way or the other. Heavy Raiders activate. This one's going to go down this way. This one's going to go down this way. And then we get a jump prep. Alright. With all that said and done, let's go ahead and get this going. Alright, so Leah Dom gets to draw a bunch of cards. Actually, I completely forgot he was going to draw cards. If he was going to draw cards, you might as well have just dumped it all into the deck, into the check. But that's my bad. Anyway, 2 piloting, 1 tactics. Wait a minute. Why is there a violent outburst in the politics deck? There you go. Alright. At this point, he's got not much else to do. Yeah, oh, actually, he has some things he can do. He can still play around a bit. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and just stay where he's at. He's going to do Violent Protest. Draw 2 politics cards. And send the president to sickbay. Alright, and then it goes to Crisis. Admiral chooses -1 food, then roll a die on roll 6 or lower, shuffle 2 treacheries into the Destiny deck, or the Admiral draws 1 mutiny card and 2 treachery cards. That's all bad all the time. If the Admiral... So if the Admiral takes the mutiny card, he's going to jail. The next line of succession for Admiral from Carl is Cat. So he'll do it. He'll take the mutiny card and get thrown in jail. And then he also draws 2 treachery, which is fine. Okay. Choose 1 human player to draw 2 skill cards, then roll and send them to the brig. Okay, he's going to discard that. And he's going to the brig. And then Admiral goes to Cat. So Cat is now holding all the positions again. Or not again, but now. We finally got that situation again. Base stars fire. There's 1 base star. It's going to fire once. Misses. Okay, and that takes care of Lee's turn. It's going to go to Athena. Athena's going to go ahead and draw some leadership. Well, no, she's got Exos ready. That's good. Bad news is everything else. Everything else is bad. Okay. Yeah, so Athena, yeah, she'll go ahead and draw Exo cards. And then a piloting. I call them Exo cards, but they're leadership cards. She's going to go ahead and move to... She'll stay in place. Alright, and what she's going to do is she's going to exo Cat. Now, Cat's in sickbay. But what she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and play some quorum cards. Because she's got some solutions for this. First, she's going to do civilian self-defense. Choose one civilian ship, destroy either 3 raiders or 1 heavy raider in the same space, and then roll on a result of 2 or less, the civilian ship is destroyed. Alright, we'll roll to see if we destroy a ship. We do not, and we destroyed this heavy raider. That's 1 less heavy raider to deal with. She's got 1 more action. She's just going to stay in sickbay. Move any other character from the brig to any other location on Galactica. Her other option is she can also place a civilian ship in the back and try to shoot this heavy raider. But it's not her turn, so it's not going to really work too well. The other option is inspirational speech, but that's not really a good option either. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and do a presidential pardon. Actually, no presidential pardon. She can execute him. I can activate a location, armory command, and weapons control and communications. Alright. She's actually going to go ahead and play Unorthodox Plan and activate command. She'll activate this Viper here and shoot that heavy raider. Also, this needs to be discarded. Boop. Miss. And unfortunately that's a miss. I don't think anyone has calculations or any way to buff it. Nope, so those are misses. That's okay. Alright, that resolves the XO. Athena will draw her crisis. Medical breakthrough. Each player will draw a skill card, otherwise it's a -1 morale. At this point, I don't think the group has really the resources to even stop it. You can try to go for the +6, but that's not going to be enough. So yeah, they're not going to put anything in. Leodama will pass. Alright, and then it goes 0, or 1 rather, and then -2. Each human player draws 1 treachery card. If current player is also human, they get a mutiny card. So she'll get her mutiny card. She's classified as human at the moment. Everyone gets a treachery. Oh, actually, Leodama needed to discard a card. We'll discard Protect the Fleet. He had too many cards in his hand. Alright. And then... oh, each player discards 1 skill card, then draws a treachery. Okay, so he needs to discard a card as well. I'll discard Red Tape. Okay, actually not Red Tape. He'll discard Evasive Maneuvers. Okay, and then... got his treachery card. She's gonna... Sharon will go ahead and take another treachery card to prevent the discard for Cat. Then draw a treachery card. She needs to discard a card. She'll discard Personal Vice. Carl will discard Bait. Because he does... well, actually, Bait's fine. Bitter Medicine. Then draw. Then draw. Sorry if that got a little confusing. Alright, and then Heavy Raiders activates, which means this one boards. Alright, so they have boarded the Galactica. Alright, goes to Hilo. He gets a full hand. piloting. All right. So he has a few options. He can try to go and try to get the Cylon in jail, the suspected Cylon in jail, but it does. Problem is it's not super reliable. He can try to exo Cat and have her do even more stuff with quorum and what have you. But I think what he's actually going to do is he's going to go ahead and exo Athena. So Athena gets 2 actions, or a move and an action. And these are the actions she's going to do. She's going to test the limits, which is the card that freaking killed us last time. It's not on a blue space, so it goes up by 1. And then roll a die. On a 5 or lower, it's going to damage Galactica. It does. We're going to damage the Pegasus. There goes Pegasus CIC. Alright, and then she's going to activate the FTL control, which means she needs to roll again, and if it's a fail, it's going to be -3 pop. Alright, she fails, that's -3 population. 1, 2, 3. So 4 population. 2 destination cards for the Admiral. Admiral CAD President. Lose 1 fuel, gain 1 food. And then fuel and all sorts of good stuff. Alright. At this point we are at 7 distance. So either one of these is fine. The question is how desperate is, how big of an issue is the fuel loss going to be? And Athena still needs to get the morale down a point. If she can get down 1 point, they'll be in good shape. So it's going to be close. I think what we're going to end up doing is the risk a Raptor. So we'll risk a Raptor, roll this, and unfortunately it's a fail. So it's going to destroy a Raptor, so we're down to 1 Raptor left. And we're down to 2 fuel in this crazy little game. We're at 8 distance, so the humans just need to jump 1 more time. Alright, that resolves that. Hilo's in jail, so he doesn't draw a crisis. So it goes to Cat next. Cat's already in sick bay, so she can do whatever the hell she wants. Draw leadership. 2 tactics. And 2 piloting. Alright. Oh, also, freaking we jumped, so all this needs to go onto the board. Return to the hangar. Okay. Alright. And, yeah. Alright, so you can try to deal with the Centurion. And I think she will. Yep, she's going to go ahead and move to Armory. And go ahead and take out the Centurion. She will discard a best of the best instead of rolling, so she gets an 8. And takes out that Centurion. Alright. And that's it for her turn. So we'll go ahead and draw a crisis now. President chooses -2 food or -1 food and -1 pop. Oh, this is gonna get ugly. Alright, well, you have to do 1 of each. So population's down to 3, food's down to 3. Should have probably went with the algae planet. Raiders will activate. 1 will be added to 3. Jump prep will go up. Pursuit track will go up. We'll add that, and we do get a jump prep. Ironically, if we force a jump and it brings us down to 0 population, we'll still win. So, not the prettiest of victories, but that is a potential thing you can do. Alright, goes to Lee. But first, we'll go ahead and call it a video. I'm the Depressed Eeyore. This was Battlestar Galactica on Tabletop Simulator, and we'll see who... It's close again, and the Cylon leader is still struggling. So, see you guys next time.